What's up, people? So we're down to the quarters now. So let's talk a little bit about each game and we'll do something separate for the semis because I'm sure there'll be a few things we didn't expect. So first, number one, starting with France and Morocco. So we all know about how good France are. They took a Paraguay team, incredibly difficult to break down, really good at gamesmanship, but got through. And that wasn't just through the talent on the bench across the front three that everyone talks about in terms of Doué, Mbappe, Dembele, Barcola, all these different players, but it was also through sheer determination and grit. These are world-class players. Everyone is a starter in their club. And as a result, they've got what it takes to pull out results. Having said that, Morocco have been incredibly well drilled defensively, really have nothing to lose, do have players in and around the starting lineup who do start for their clubs, who are mainstay staples, but no surprise, I think France are going to have too much for Morocco. And I actually don't think it will be very tight. I think France won't necessarily blow them away. I don't think we'll see 3, 4, 5 goals, but I think we'll see a solid 2-0 performance where Morocco never really got a sniff because they're going to be relying on set plays, relying on counters. But I think the depth in the squad of France and also the determination and grit, the fact that they've already done a big lift against Paraguay, the fact that they're able to grind out results and blow away teams, I can't see anything short here of a 2-0 France win. Number two, going to my favourite tie of this round of the quarters, and it's going to be England and Norway. Now, Norway genuinely have nothing to lose. At the end of the day, they could get beaten. They can do their celebration with the drums, which we all love, and no one would fault them. They'll say, you know what? They'll get clapped off saying you've done really, really good with actually no one expecting you to. And if you look at the spine of the team, it's pretty solid, right? So the keeper's had a blinder. The defense as a unit have really performed well. And of course, the likes of Odegaard and, do I really need to say it, Erling Haaland have really, really done well. So I think they'll be hard to break down. I think they'll come in with a game plan. And these players do play defensively and can do a very good tactical job. Now, usually, I would say that'll be enough to get past a lot of teams. It was enough to get through Brazil, for instance, for them to take their opportunities, have a few touches up the top third. But of course, a lot of these players will be familiar. Declan Rice and Odegaard play on the same team, for instance, right? Haaland and John Stones. So what we're going to see here, I think, is a control of the transitions. I think that's where a lot applies. You can see Harry Kane dropping a lot deeper and giving his wingers more space, whether that's Gordon/Rashford at any point in the game and Madueke/Saka at any point in the game. The key point here is England don't need to be perfect to get a job done. They can lose transitions, they can lose a set piece goal, they can make mistakes and concede, but I think they'll have enough firepower to score 2 goals in this game. So as a result, because England don't need to be perfect, I see England just about getting through in a real controlled operation, similar to what we saw after the sending off against Mexico, where England pull it out of the bag, but just about and unconvincingly. And I think in the next round, we'll probably see them go out anyway. But let's get into the following games. So game 3 is Spain and Belgium. I think this is really simple. I think Spain have the gamesmanship. You've got players like Rodri and Cucurella who do this week in, week out, who do boil people's blood with the way that they play. And as a result, I think Belgium really won't have the depth. You have a Lukaku who's 33 years old, flat track bully, who will be losing pace. I don't see anything else here but a dominating Spain win. And I think Belgium were hyped playing the USA, the overturned red card and all that controversy. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to go with a 2-0, very comfortable Spain win, which they score a goal and they control the rest of the game. That's all I can see from this one. And game 4, the final quarter-final, is Argentina and Switzerland. Argentina, there have been signs that they are wobbling. Cape Verde just about scraped through. Egypt, questionable decisions, inconsistencies. I think that will have a part to play. But as a result, I don't think Argentina will play more of a tactical game. I think they'll look player for player and say, we can have these guys. And as a result, I see Argentina scraping through, but also scraping through because they know that they can take Switzerland into extra time. They've just come off a penalty shootout. They're compact, they're defensive, they're well drilled. But remember, Argentina have won 6 of their last 7 shootouts, which shows unbelievable resilience and an ability to cope under pressure. So I think they'll play fearlessly, but what I think will happen is I think Argentina will score a couple at least in this game. I think they will concede against Switzerland. I think there'll be decisions that will sway it one way or another. I can imagine things like second yellows or a determined challenge by an Argentina player maybe leading to a red card and swaying the match ever so slightly. But I think that will just be a chapter in what will be a wider story of Argentina doing a very professional, dominant job. And even if that doesn't happen, they'll drag him into extra time and they'll drag him into penalties and they'll be victorious. So that's the end of the video. Let me know what you think. It is hotting up. We are literally very close now to the final. We're going to have really, really good semis after this, followed by an amazing final. Will it be a repeat of France and Argentina? Will Morocco perform an upset? Will Switzerland perform an upset? We are closer than ever to having a dark horse in the final for the first time in many a year. But will it play out like that, or will it be business as usual? Let me know what you think and I'll catch you in the next one.